My God. That I am the good shepherd. Until you're thinking about the sheep.
Yes.
It done something for me. Why? Because the characteristic of a sheep is so indefensible. He doesn't fight back. Right. He doesn't even act out of character.
That's right.
One thing about a sheep, he's always going to be a sheep. You never see a sheep bucking. You never see a sheep doing anything else but being what a sheep does.
That's right.
The sheep will stand there and just eat away. Oh, when things are going on around him, he's not affected about his surroundings.
Right.
People of God, just keep on living holy. Keep on standing hard. Don't you worry about the cares of life. Don't you worry even about the enemy that's on your track. Don't sit back and wonder when God's going to come. Before you can call, he's standing right there. He's not a God that said, I got to show up. He's a God that said, I'm already there. Somebody's waiting for a time where God's going to step in. But all if you just take notice that God is already standing there. Oh, you may wait for a family member and you may wait for your friend, but don't you know God is always there. He said, I'll never leave you and I'll never forsake you. He said, lo, I've been with you always. And saints of God, if you only believe what he said, my God, you can walk this walk and not be affected by the trials you go through. You can live this life and not be affected by the storms you face.
Go ahead.
Because God said when the storms come, when trouble rise, he said, I am the door. Don't you worry when storm comes. He said, because I am the door, I'm going to open up myself. I'm going to open up the way when troubles come. I'm going to open up. I'm going to let you win. Don't you know when trouble comes, you can run to Jesus. The Bible says, when my heart is overwhelmed, I want you to lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Don't you know we are not like cattle? Because cattle, you got to drive somewhere. Cattle, you got to move. Cattle, you got to constantly beat. Cattle, you got to constantly scream at. Oh, but sheep, you just got to leave. See, hallelujah. Sheep, when you walk right, the sheep going to follow. Oh, Jesus is walking. And if you want to be led, all you got to do is follow. Somebody said, but how can we follow? I read the word of God. And the word told me just to follow me. Oh, if you just hold on and be strong, don't you worry, though I'm moving, I'm taking care of behind you. Don't you worry. Somebody said, what's going to happen behind you? If God is leading me, what's going to happen behind me? Oh, Paul said, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forward to those things which are before. He said, if you come to me, I am the door. If you just come to me, you will find pasture. In other words, you will find food. You will find help in the time of trouble. In the midst of your tears, if you only follow me. In the midst of your heartache, if you only follow me. In the midst of the enemy being there, if you only follow me, I will lead you. I will guide you. I will protect you. Thank God for the good shepherd. The good shepherd. One thing I can rely on is that he won't leave me in the midst of my burdens. Hallelujah. He won't leave me in the midst of my troubles. He won't leave me if I trip up and fall. The good shepherd, my God, the good shepherd will come and he'll see about me. Let me tell you about a good shepherd. Don't you know that if one of the flock gets hurt, that good shepherd will go down, hallelujah, and pick it up, and he'll cradle it in the love of his heart. Don't you know, people of God, with Jesus Christ as a good shepherd, you may trip up and fall, but all the power of God, the love of God, he'll come down right where you fall, and he'll pick you up, and he'll carry you the rest of the way. Somebody said, I only see one set of footprints. That's because God is carrying me. Don't you worry. Y'all, I'm saved. I'm saved in the Master's heart. I'm saved in the Master's care. God's gonna nourish me. God's gonna hold me. God's gonna fix me up. God's gonna hold me up. The good shepherd will carry his sheep all the way until his sheep get enough energy to walk on its own. That's it. Saints of God, you're going through the heavy load. Sometimes you trip up and you fall down and stumble. But oh, thank God for his mercy. Oh, Jeremiah said his compassion faileth not. Right. But they are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Don't you know he's faithful to protect you? He's faithful to hold you. Yeah. Somebody said, I'm looking for somebody to console me. I'm looking for another way out. But I want you to run to Jesus because he's able to keep you. Anybody experiences keeping power? Anybody know he's able to keep you? I'm going through life. I'm journeying on. And sometimes you may get hit. But oh, when I get hit, I can just rest. I can just rest in the arms of the good shepherd. He said, I am the good shepherd. I will protect you. I am the good shepherd. I will feed you. I am the good shepherd. I will console you. Don't you worry no more. Don't you cry no more. And one thing about the sheep always got a praise. When you hear the sheep, when you see the sheep, they're never quiet. Because they know they're being protected. They know they're being cared for. So in the midst of them being there, and they have nothing to worry about, they always got to pray. They hear the sheep. They hear, because God is taking care of them. Praise of God, just stay right there. Hold on to your praise. Because God is standing right there. With the enemy coming like a flood. The power of God. The power of God. Gonna lift up a standard. Sometimes we worry about the troubles that we go through. Rather than praising God in the midst of whatever we're going through. They have something that they call a sheepdog.
Yes, they do.
And the sheepdog go amongst the sheep, not to destroy the sheep, not to even bite the sheep. They just come and make a whole lot of noise. They go around the sheep and they just bark. Why? Because they're helping the shepherd. The shepherd is trying to gather them in because a storm may be coming.
Right.
Maybe he's gathering them in because the enemy is coming.
That's it.
But he sends the dog out there to go out there and gather them up. Sometimes we wonder why we go through many trials and tribulations. God allows the trials and tribulations to come to gather us to him. Oh, he's telling us, Time is winding up. Oh, and my coming is soon. I'm getting ready to close out this world.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to rapture the church. I want you to be ready. Because it's his will that none should perish. Oh, so he got to send a trouble. Sometimes he got to allow persecution. He got to allow tribulation to come. Why? Because he's gathering us in. Because he's trying to save our life.
Yeah.
Anybody want to be saved on today? Anybody determined to be saved? Lead me, Jesus, so I don't fall, God. I want you to lead me in the midst of the trouble. Lord, I want you to lead me in the midst of the trouble. Lead me in the midst of the heartache. Lead me. Don't worry about your family. Don't worry about the friends. Don't even worry about the loved ones. Lord, just lead